Network's broadcast of tonight's Monterey High School Wildcat basketball games. We're set here to bring you action from both the ladies and the men's games tonight as we broadcast live from the First Volunteer Bank broadcast booth. The Lady Wildcats game will be starting in a few moments, and we'll be right back to continue with Monterey Foods pregame show after a word from our sponsors.
At First Volunteer Bank, we're not just a community bank. We're a bank that's here for our community. We know our customers by name and treat them like family. And we're here to serve our community however we can. Whether it's teaching financial literacy in schools or collecting and donating thousands of canned food items each year to local food banks, we're a part of your community. If you're looking for a community banking relationship, we make it easy for you to switch because we're here to help you every step, right down to a local person on the other end of the phone to assist you when you need it. First Volunteer Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Monterey Foods, your hometown grocery store. From the time you enter their door until your groceries are carried to your car, you'll be treated as a valued customer. Come by and see Danny and his staff today. And remember, they have fresh cut meat daily, and check out their weekly specials at Monterey Foods on Facebook. They're located at the corner of Holly and Stratton in Monterey, or just give them a call at 931-839-2434. That's 931-839-2434. Call the Tree Guys today for all your tree cutting and trimming needs. They offer tree removal at the customer's request. They give senior discounts. They even have 24-hour service available. And they do jobs for insurance claims. They are fully licensed and insured with over 10 years experience. Just give the Tree Guys a call today. 931-267-6191. 931-267-6191.
All right, here we are tonight at the Troy Faust Memorial Gymnasium, getting ready for a couple of ball games between the Monterey Wildcats and the Bledsoe County Warriors. Girls' game's going to be on first, but we got a pregame show that we're going to start off right now. And before we get into a whole lot of stuff, going to introduce the newest person to our team, our broadcasting team. He's going to take up the color analyst for all of our basketball games this year. A lot of people know him as Coach Duff. His name's Coach Matthew Duff. And we'd like to just welcome him to be part of the team.
Well, thank you, Rick, for having me. Thank you for bringing me on and giving me this chance to help you guys and put our kids out there live so that way families and the whole community can hear these games, whether they're here in person or somewhere else. They have this chance to listen to these games because of what you've done, and I appreciate you bringing me as part of the team.
Well, we're glad to have you. I'm gonna call you Coach from now on, so they'll know exactly who I'm talking about.
Sounds good to me.
I've got another friend of mine over there next to Coach Duff, Barry Henry. He's gonna take care of our stats tonight. He was a vital part in our game over there at Oakdale the other night, and done a really fine job. And so we're excited to be here tonight. And before I forget it again, my name's Rick McNeil. I never did introduce myself the last time, so I guess everybody in the world knows me anyway. So we're gonna get into this, and we appreciate everybody that's listening tonight. And we go by quarters with our pregame show. We'll have first, second, third, and fourth quarter. We got a time clock we kind of go by to make sure that we take care of our sponsors, and make sure everyone get out and tell the sponsors that you appreciate them and you thank them for putting this on. And we just thank for being here. Before we go any farther, Coach, tell us about your family. What kind of a little bit about your background?
Yeah, I'm from Cookeville. I'm 31 years old, and I went to Cookeville High School. I bleed red, white, and blue, but now that I've been up here in Monterey and working for 8 years now, I might bleed red, white, and blue from my youth, but I certainly wear the purple and white from now. I married a Monterey girl, and she went to school up here in Monterey. We live in Allgood, so it's that perfect happy medium between Monterey and Cookeville. We're right there in the middle. We're in Allgood.
It's a beautiful place down
absolutely,
there.
Absolutely, yeah, and we're happy, and I've got a a sister. She's got 4 children, so I got plenty of nieces and nephews to take care of. We don't have any of our kids on our own. I've got enough kids at school with the job that I've got. Is what I tell my kids at school. I've got you. I don't need any kids of my own.
That's enough. That's a handful anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard you're doing a great job now. Coach Adam, he was definitely bragging on you.
Well, that's good. I'm glad I'm trying to do something right.
Tell us, we're up here in Monterey. Tell us a little bit about who your in-laws are.
Well, I married Sarah, and my in-laws are Kevin, the fire chief, and Robin Peters. So I was over there last night. They were helping me. They complain when it comes to in-laws. Some people complain. I can't complain one bit.
They're fine people.
Absolutely.
We know Kevin and Robin and think the world of them. Now, your dad, the way I understand it, he's pretty much a legend around Cavalier Nation.
I don't know. We don't say that.
Yeah, but I can. I get away with it.
Yeah, we don't say that. He's he coached a lot of things. He coached as an assistant for Cookeville High School for 18 years with the football team. He coached 6 years the girls basketball team at Cookeville, and then what he did the longest and probably had the most success at was the head softball Cookeville for 23 years. So being around that my entire life, I remember the old Cookeville High School when I was 3 or 4 years old. I remember the football bus rides. I would ride the bus with the football players, ride it there and ride it back. And I learned from a young age that if you're going to have a bus ride, you better use the bathroom before the bus takes off, because they're not stopping for you.
Right,
for just one, especially since I'm only 3, 4, 5 years old.
Carry a bucket or something.
Yeah, and absolutely. And I remember spring practice and summer workouts at the old Cookeville High School field house, coming in with some of the coaches at the time, Ron Chambers and Sam Brooks, Bill Rasman, Benji Hill, coming in. I felt like I remember it being spring and summer practice because I would always come in every day and talk to them about the Braves game. So we'd come into spring practice or summer workouts and talk to the other coaches. And I remember some of the players, my dad would beg, or they'd beg my dad and they'd beg me to bring them donuts before spring and summer practice. And I'd always ask my dad, I'd say, hey, are we going to bring them donuts or not? And he'd say, no, we're not bringing them, them dudes donuts. They're about to be out at a 2 or 3 hour practice. They don't need any donuts.
Yeah. That'll be kind of rough on their bellies.
Absolutely.
That way, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and I remember the old Jerry Whitson field. Softball was what he did in the spring also. So before they built the new Cookeville High School, they played at the old Jerry Whitson softball field. So there's a lot of games there until they finally built the new Cookeville High School. They moved into that, I think 1998 or 1999, and when they built that new field, it was a lot of the team's responsibilities to build up their fields. So building the dugout, putting lights up, getting the field the way they wanted it. The teams had a lot of responsibility to do that, and I remember moving cinder blocks to build a dugout, or moving cinder blocks to finish up a flower bed or some landscaping decorations. And maybe I was doing the scoreboard there or playing music at those games at the new when they finally built that new field. So that's a lot of, and that's just a small part of all the things
that we grew up.
Of what we did as a kid. Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. Well, we had the shoe repair shop. A lot of people know that from my past, and back then I heard about your dad, and I know he'd been in the shop a couple of times. Maybe I fixed a glove or two for him.
Yeah.
And you had a fine dad.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yes.
Barry, I believe you got a question over there to kind of ask Coach.
What was your thoughts about getting into sport broadcasting?
Well, I don't have a journalism degree, and I've never done it before, and I've never wrote articles for the paper or anything, but I listen to sports, and I follow local sports quite a lot. I listen to different radio stations that'll carry local sports, and there's shows that come in and out here in the Upper Cumberland that follow as much as they can. And when I would listen to these shows, whether it be radio or other media, I would think to myself, I know more about these teams, these local teams, the coaches, the players, than the people that are putting it on. And I'm more concentrated here in Monterey since I work up here and have connections up here. So to me, I wanted to just make sure that our kids were spoken for, because that's who I work with, that's who I see every day.
Right.
And I have a good relationship with many kids as you see throughout the day, and I know, the multi-sport athletes, the athletes that are freshmen, sophomore, junior, senior. I know that just by looking at them.
Sure, yeah.
Coaching junior high football, I know the football kids and the cheerleaders.
Right.
And then with my wife and her connections to the basketball program, I know the basketball kids. I have probably see 25 to 30 Monterey games a year, because I'm traveling with my wife to watch these games.
Right.
And then during baseball season, when I coach my middle school baseball team, we practice before or after games that coincide with the high school baseball and high school softball team. So I see our kids here at school from 8 to 3, and then I see them pretty much year round, no matter what sports season it is.
Different sports, yeah.
Yep.
With your background and everything and the way you came up, I mean, it's just natural for you to start doing this. I believe Barry's got another question over there for you, maybe?
Let's talk about your teaching and coaching experience career.
Yeah, so pretty much when I got out of Tech, I'll start before Tech. I worked at Prescott in the after-school program, and that was with 5th and 6th graders. And I sort of realized that, a lot of people have bad memories or bad thoughts about middle school kids, but I never had those. And that's what got me teaching middle school, 7th grade math, and then also doing the middle school or junior high sports. When Mr. Maynard hired me at Berks 8 years ago, he said, I've got 3 sports openings, and he wanted me to pick 2. And he said assistant football for middle school, girls middle school basketball, and head coach for the middle school boys baseball team. And I picked junior high football assistant, and I picked junior high baseball with the boys. And that was 8 years ago, and I'm still at it now.
Yeah, absolutely. You're a great influence on these kids. I know when we came in here, there was a couple of kids hollered at you up here.
Yeah.
Talking about you being over Facebook.
They couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. If you talked about your philosophy as far as coaching, football, baseball, either one you want to talk about a second.
There's a lot of things, I guess, that I say throughout the course of the year. We've been throwing with the middle school baseball team twice a week just to keep our arm strength up. And a few things I've told them early on is really, if I do my job right, then you're not going to remember your middle school years, because what really sticks out to anybody who's grown or the high school kids that are playing right now, what really sticks out to them is their high school experience. And if I can build off of what we do in middle school so they can have a memorable and an exciting high school experience and a successful high school experience in whatever sport they play, then that's sort of what I tell them. I said, all of this is prepping you for the next level. And I also tell them that there's Mr. Buckner, our athletic director, he has a line. He'll say, you're not going to make it to the Middle School Hall of Fame. It's not because you're not good enough. It's because one doesn't exist.
Right, yeah.
And, we take it very seriously. We have our practice time. We practice as much as possible. But at the end of the day, the middle school level, we're still trying to have fun. We're trying to learn fundamentals and sportsmanship and have a good attitude about it. And like I said, there's no Middle School Hall of Fame. We were out there for the love of the game. There's no state championship at the end of the year. We are just out there to have fun and get as good as we can, and hopefully they're set up when they make it to the high school ranks.
Cool. I know they're in good hands. It sounds like you got everything under control. Is there a line or two you want to just say to the fans before we take our break here? The shot clock is
absolutely, yeah. To me, it's just bringing a good focus to our kids, and just being on this program to begin with, I think is good for both teams, the girls and boys team, and I think it's good for our community and to let them have access to the games no matter where they're at.
I think that was well said, Coach.
Oh yeah, that was definitely interesting. Your whole background. That's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Well, I appreciate you guys for having me, and I thank you again.
Well, our shot clock's ticking down, folks. We're going to take a short break here and recognize some of our sponsors. So y'all stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
At First Volunteer Bank, we're not just a community bank. We're a bank that's here for our community. We know our customers by name and treat them like family. And we're here to serve our community however we can. Whether it's teaching financial literacy in our local schools or collecting and donating thousands of canned food items each year to local food banks, we're a part of your community. If you're looking for a community banking relationship, we make it easy for you to switch because we're here to help you every step of the way, right down to a local person on the other end of the phone to assist you when you need it. First Volunteer Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Marietta Foods, your hometown grocery store. From the time you enter their door until your groceries are carried to your car, you'll be treated as a valued customer. Come by and see Danny and his staff today. And remember, they have fresh cut meat daily, and check out their weekly specials at Monterey Foods on Facebook. They're located at the corner of Holly and Stratton in Monterey, or just give them a call at 931-839-2434. That's 931-839-2434. Call the Tree Guys today for all your tree cutting and trimming needs. They offer tree removal at the customer's request. They give senior discounts. They even have 24-hour service available. And they do jobs for insurance claims. They are fully licensed and insured with over 10 years experience. Just give the Tree Guys a call today. 931-267-6191. 931-267-6191.
All right, we're back here at the Troy Faust Memorial Gymnasium. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. We're in our second quarter, and Coach is going to take over the reins again. We're going to talk about some of the games in the region, Coach. And
well, we're going to start in District 6A here and we're going to do a little geography lesson too. We're going to start out west.
Absolutely.
So if you're in 6A and you're as far west as you can go, then that means you're in Trousdale County. And the girls and boys have both had a little bit of action. The girls lost a game at Gallatin, Hall of Fame game. They lost their opening game 30-65, and the boys lost their opening game 48-56. They do have a game tonight at home against Gallatin, so a repeat of their game from this Saturday that we might be able to get a score later on this evening. A little bit further east, you've got Gordonsville, and they've been a little bit busier. The girls team has actually had 3 straight wins. They've beat East Robertson, Friendship Christian, and Merrill Hyde. The boys are sitting at 1-2. They lost a close one to East Robertson, 54-62, and then had victories over Friendship Christian and Merrill Hyde to put the boys' record at 2-1. And they don't have anything tonight, but they will have a little in-county game against Smith County at Smith County tomorrow night. Also in Region 6A is Jackson County. The girls team is sitting at 0-1. They've lost to Livingston. That was last Thursday, and the boys won their game against Livingston. So the girls of Jackson County are sitting at 0-1. The boys are sitting at 1-0. Red Bull and Springs, those girls, they are also 3-0. They had a big win against Christian Community High School. They had a 17-point win against Smith County, and they had another big win against Community. So Red Bull and Springs girls are sitting at 3-0, and then Red Bull and Springs boys, they've already had 5 games. They've had 5 Hall of Fame games, and they're sitting at 4-1 with wins over Westmoreland, Christian Community, Smith County, and KIPP of Nashville. Their one loss was to Community High School in a close one, a low-scoring game, 33-44. Further north, the Pickett County Bobcats, their girls have started off 2-0 with a 57-40 win at Wartburg, and then a 57-46 win at DeKalb County. And then the Pickett County boys are 1-1. They also played Wartburg and beat them 83-57. But then their boys, on the boys' side, they lost the 1-point game to DeKalb County, 63-64. So Pickett County girls are 2-0, and Pickett County boys are 1-1. against McMinn County, and that is a home game in Cookeville. Still going through the Upper Cumberland, we're going to stay in Putnam County and go to the west side of Putnam County to the Upperman Bees. The girls are 1-1 with a loss to Westmoreland 30-42, and then a victory Saturday over Pigeon Forge 77-43. And the Upperman boys have 2 wins. They're 2-0 with a big win over Riverdale, and then another big win Saturday in the Coffee County Hall of Fame play day, the same ones that the Monterey Wildcats played in. They played one game that Saturday and beat Forest High School by a big margin. So your Upperman girls are sitting at 1-1 early on. Your Upperman boys sitting at 2-0 at this early point in the season.
They said they were going to be really tough.
Absolutely, yes. Oh yeah, they've built something big down there in Upperman. They've got players at all levels,
right.
middle school and high school level. We'll stay close in the Upper Cumberland. We'll go to the county east of us, Cumberland County Jets. Their girls have started off with a loss to York and a loss to Goodpasture. The boys of Cumberland County are sitting at 0-3. They've had a loss to York. They've had a loss to East Hamilton. And then the game I mentioned just a moment ago, they lost to Cookeville on Saturday. They are in action tonight and tomorrow. They are hosting the Knoxville Ambassadors tonight, and it's a neutral site game in Oliver Springs, Tennessee. And then they're playing Anderson County tomorrow, tomorrow, also in Oliver Springs, Tennessee. So 2 neutral site games for Cumberland County coming up this week. Also, staying in Cumberland County, the other high school there is Stone Memorial. Their girls have had a very good start to the season. They're at 3-0 with wins over Maryville, East Hamilton, and Maryville, Goodpasture, and Riverdale are the Stone Memorial Panthers' 3 wins for the girls' side. The boys have a 2-1 record to start the year. They lost a close 7-point matchup against Maryville last week, and then they beat East Hamilton and beat East Hamilton and West Creek to put their early season record at 2-1.
They've also
Yes, and that Stone Memorial team, them beating Riverdale, the score for that game for the girls was 61-43. Riverdale has a Notre Dame commit, so to take on Riverdale with a Notre Dame commit like that, that is an impressive win.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah, and if you're Cookeville, then you got to be paying attention to that because they lost to Riverdale by 4. Stone Memorial beat Riverdale by 18. So transitive property doesn't work in sports. They don't play it out that way, but you got to pay attention. The coaches probably don't pay attention to it, but I think we're allowed to.
Oh yeah, we can get away by it.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we don't get fired. We might get fired.
Yeah. So then the last game we're going to go through here, is York up in Fentress County. Their girls have started off 2-0 with a win over Cumberland County and a win over Clay County. And their boys are sitting at 1-1 with a big win over Cumberland County, but then a close loss to Clay County, a 2-point loss on Friday. They're not in any action until next week, so they've got a whole week. They might have a tournament that hasn't been posted yet. And actually, I'm going to take us out of the Upper Cumberland. I've went over District 6A, but there's not a whole terrible lot to report, but District 5A, which is the district that Monterey plays in the region tournament. So the past few years, the 4 top teams out of District 6A have swept the teams out of District 5A. That district is South Pittsburgh, Richard Hardy, Memorial, Van Buren County, and Whitwell. There's not many scores to report, but we can say that the Whitwell Tiger girls have started off 2-0 with wins over Silverdale Academy and North Jackson, Alabama. The Whitwell Tiger boys, the one game that we have is a loss to Silverdale Academy for them to start 0-1. The Van Buren County Eagles, which is on Monterey's schedule this year, the girls have started 1-1 with losses to DeKalb County and then a win over Boyd Buchanan. And the Van Buren County boys have started so far 0-2 with losses to DeKalb County and a loss to Boyd Buchanan. They're in action tomorrow against Clay County, a home game. Clay County travels south to take on Van Buren County in District 5A. A few scores to report out of Richard Hardy Memorial. The girls are 0-2 with losses to Lookout Valley and Valley Head Alabama High School. And the boys have started off 1-1 with a loss to Lookout Valley and a victory over Valley Head Alabama for that school out of District 5A.
Okay. Thanks for that report, Coach.
Yes, so we got reports out of the district. We got reports out of our rival district, or the district we face later on in the season. And then we got some scores out of the Upper Cumberland, too, early on here in the season.
Awesome. Good job. Well, we're going to go to a break here and recognize some of our sponsors again. And again, you guys make sure you go into their places of business and tell them that you appreciate them supporting this endeavor that we're trying here with the basketball teams. They don't get enough publicity, so we're going to try our best to make sure that they do. Anyway, we'll go to a break right quick. We got a surprise for you this next quarter. We're going to have Coach Sims and Coach West both and talk about games over the weekend as well as the game tonight. So y'all hang on just a minute. We'll be right back after this break.
At First Volunteer Bank, we're not a community bank. We're a bank that's here for our community. We know our customers by name and treat them like family. And we're here to serve our community however we can. Whether it's teaching financial literacy in our local schools or collecting and donating thousands of canned food items each year to local food banks, we're a part of your community. If you're looking for a community banking relationship, we make it easy for you to switch because we're here to help you every step of the way, right down to a local person on the other end of the phone to assist you when you need it. First Volunteer Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Food, your hometown grocery store. From the time you enter their door until your groceries are carried to your car, you'll be treated as a valued customer. Come by and see Danny and his staff today. And remember, they have fresh cut meat daily, and check out their weekly specials at Monterey Foods on Facebook. They're located at the corner of Holly and Stratton in Monterey, or just give them a call at 931-839-2434. That's 931-839-2434. Call the Tree Guys today for all your tree cutting and trimming needs. They offer tree removal at the customer's request. They give senior discounts. They even have 24-hour service available. And they do jobs for insurance claims. They are fully licensed and insured with over 10 years experience. Just give the Tree Guys a call today. 931-267-6191. 931-267-6191.
All right, here we are back at the
I've asked him if he wanted to go to basketball. He's right now. He said no, not for next year.
All right, folks, we're back here live at the Troy Faust Memorial Gymnasium. The Monterey Wildcats, Lady Wildcats, is fixing to take on the Lady Warriors of Bledsoe County. We got the ladies' head coach here with us, Coach Mark Sims. We're going to ask him to talk maybe a little bit about games over the weekend that y'all had down at Coffee County, and maybe catch us up a little bit on Bledsoe if you know something about them.
Yeah, well, this last weekend we played Valor High School, which is I believe it's a new high school around Nashville, and played pretty well against them. And in our second game that evening, we played Cannon County, which is a really good AA team, and they ended up getting the best of us. We played really good for 3 quarters, but turns out you got to do it for 4. A lot of times, and we didn't do that. But getting through these first 3 games this year has been crucial for us. We've been down a couple players. We get one back tonight. Anna Hudson's going to get to play tonight.
Good deal.
And hopefully we'll get Caitlin Moorhead back for this weekend's Thanksgiving tournament in Pickett County. Hopefully, she's progressed pretty quick, quicker than what we thought.
Right, that's pretty quick after that ankle injury.
Yeah, we were thinking originally that it would probably be at best on December the 5th against White County. But it looks like we can get her back a little bit quicker than that, which is good. So getting this weekend out of the way and being able to still go ahead and get that 2-1 start. We'd rather be 3-0, but to get out of there 2-1 with 2 down,
Oh, absolutely.
I felt like really was a victory for us.
Looks like I kind of looked at the stat sheets and whatnot about the Cannon County game. They had a tremendous defense, didn't they?
They did. They were really good. And that played what we've been doing this year when we were playing at full strength, is we were able to pressure the ball, run the ball, and not have to worry about foul trouble. When we did get in foul trouble, we still had somebody to come in off the bench, and we were able, with that lineup that we're missing right now, we were able to pressure the ball a little bit more, full court, and we haven't been able to do that as effectively with them out of the game. And Cannon County was good. We were going to have to do those things and do them well to beat them. And so, yeah, they were a good team.
Yeah, I was looking at that. They several points in the paint. I've kind of done my homework here. If I can find it and all this stuff. Yeah, they had like 20 points in the paint.
Yeah.
So they had some big girls.
They had a good post game, and we really didn't get figured out, how to stop that soon enough. But they did. They got a good post game. They're a well-rounded team. They've got some long, athletic guards that actually can go down to the post, and that's what they did. They took those longer, athletic guards and went down to the post and got some offensive rebounds and stuff that we shouldn't have allowed, and were able to score there.
Well, and it's early enough in the season. I mean, you could use that for a great teaching tool for the girls.
Absolutely. Me and the coaches have been talking, and we would rather be 3-0 right now, obviously, but we've had some young girls get some experience that they wouldn't have gotten otherwise. So I think in the long run, this has been good for us, really.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, like I said, they come at a good time here for the first of the season. Looks like the Valor Collegiate. Y'all put the dog on that one, did you?
Yeah, they're a new school, and they played hard. We played really well against them, but they're one of those schools. They're going to continue to get better over the next couple years as they get, farther along and
get
all
more
that
experience.
Right.
Yeah. Back up there to the other game, I kind of overlooked this, but they held Faith Walker in check. She just had one bucket.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. She had 2 points, and we got to have she's got to get up there in double digits for us.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, she made up for it in that second game. So she had 11 points in that one. And then, of course, Lindsey Wright lit it up, didn't she?
She played really well. I think she hit 4 or 5 threes in that first game against Valor. And she can really shoot the ball, and she hasn't done it yet. And I knew that she was going to, and she did that game. So. Well,
you get McKenzie.
Yeah.
You get McKenzie Raleigh. You get Lindsey Wright, and you get Faith Walker.
And Caitlin Moorhead can really shoot it too when she gets back.
You get them fired up. Mm-hmm. Look out, district. Here come Monterey Wildcats.
That's
or Lady
right.
Wildcats.
I hope so.
Absolutely. What about Bledsoe County?
Bledsoe's
do you know?
Going to be, I know a little bit about them. I got to watch them one time in the preseason. I got to watch just a couple of quarters, and they've got a really good post player, number 3. I'm not sure what her name is. She's athletic. She can handle the ball. She can shoot the 3, and then she's tall and plays in the post, but she can do it all.
Okay.
We've got to focus on finding a way to stop her, and we've got to push the ball down the floor. They're a solid team. They're in that district with Crossville and those teams, and they're going to compete at the top of that AA district as well.
Right.
So this is a really good game for us tonight.
Be a good learning game, I guess.
It will be. It's a game that we've for sure we come out and play like we can, and we'll hopefully walk out here with a win.
This weekend you got the Pickett County Classic coming up. What do you expect?
We play Oneida on Friday at 2:00, and then we play Smith County on Saturday at 2. Oneida's always really a tough opponent. They're good, and Smith County as well. I haven't got to see but just a little bit of Smith County, and I haven't really watched enough to be able to tell you what they've got, but I do know Oneida is really good.
Coach Duff went over the scores a little bit with Smith County there a while ago, and they were what, 2-1, 1-2, something like that.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe they're 2-1.
Yeah.
2-1.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'd be another good test this
I think
week.
they lost to Red Bowling Springs, if I'm not mistaken.
Looks like Red Bowling's gonna be smoking.
Red
this year.
Bowling's a really good team.
Yeah.
They are a really good team.
Yeah, of course. That's a region game too. So, well, good luck tonight, Coach.
I thank you guys. Thank y'all again for doing this. It's we really like getting it out there, and you guys did a good job with it.
Well, appreciate you coming up here and visiting with us. That's a treat. We're going to go to a break here just in a second, and hopefully we'll have Coach West up here in just a second before the next game starts. But good luck, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
See you, Coach.
Right.
Go Cats. Go Cats. All right, folks, we're going to go to a break just for a second here and be right back after a word from our sponsors.
At First Volunteer Bank, we're not just a community bank. We're a bank that's here for our community. We know our customers by name and treat them like family. And we're here to serve our community however we can. Whether it's teaching financial literacy in our local schools, we're collecting and donating thousands of canned food items at your local food banks. We're a part of your community. If you're looking for a community banking relationship, we make it easy for you to switch because we're here to help out every step of the way, right down to a local person on the other end of the phone to assist you when you need it. First Volunteer Bank, BYKC, Equal Housing Lender.
Food, your hometown grocery store. From the time you enter their door until your groceries are carried to your car, you'll be treated as a valued customer. Come out and see Danny and the staff today. And remember, they have fresh cut meat daily, and check out their weekly specials at Monterey Foods on Facebook. They're located at the corner of Harvey and Stratton in Monterey, or just give them a call at 931-839-2434. That's 931-839-2434. Today for all your tree cutting and trimming needs. They offer tree removal at the customer's request and give senior discounts. They have 24-hour service available. And they do jobs for insurance claims. They are fully licensed and insured with over 10 years experience. Just give the tree guy a call today. 931-267-6191. 931-267-6191.
All right, we're back here at the Troy Faust Memorial Gymnasium, waiting for should be a good ball game between the Lady Wildcats and the Lady Warriors from Bledsoe County. That was a good visit we had with the coach, don't you boys think so?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I just thank God that we've got him up here for the ladies coach. We're going to go this quarter is the fourth quarter, of course, and we're going to go. We'll go a little bit into what happened over the weekend as far as some of the stats for the girls and the boys game. And Coach West, he said he'd be up here in just a few minutes. So when he comes up, we may have to break away from this. But he'll. In fact, I just got a text from him, and he said he'd be here in about 6 or 7 minutes. So we'll go over the stats from and some highlights of the games over the weekend. You want to start with the boys there, Coach?
Yeah, I'll start with the boys against the boys. Let me get it right
Was
here.
it Cannon County?
It was at at Coffee County.
Yeah.
And the first game was against Valor High School, that new school that Coach Sims was talking about. With going down the list, it ended up being a 88-54 win, and your point totals were Caden Jones with 12, Kevin Borhaus with 6, Peyton West with 22, Jackson Billings with 7, Silas Randolph with 12, Tucker Phillips with 11, Noah Sailors with 6, Jackson Troyer with a 2-pointer, LT Sullivan with 4, Corey White with a 3, and Braden Hogue with 2. And just some highlights from that game and something to pay attention to. The game against Oakdale, the boys scored 31 points in the first quarter,
Right.
and it felt like they couldn't miss. And you thought, a high school team scoring that many points in a quarter is impressive. Well, against Valor, they scored 34 points in the first quarter.
In the first quarter.
So they upped their game even more.
I mean, that's NBA.
That's good that's good. And 34 points in the NBA would be impressive. Well, we're in 8-minute quarters here in
right.
at the high school
what,
level.
10 or 12? Or?
Absolutely.
Wow. It was they're smoking. It sounded like it was 2 or 3 of them in double digits, and the score was the scoring was balanced.
Yes, you're right. It was a complete team win with everybody making it on the floor and making points.
Right, they handled him pretty handily. Of course, they had a little bit of competition now.
Yes. And if you want to go ahead with the girls' score or the girls' stats that you've got and some highlights
At First Volunteer Bank, we're not just a community bank. We're a bank that's here for our community.
Folks, we're live. You can tell that.
That's right. Yes, sir.
They hit the wrong button on the computer. Here we go. We'll go over the first game. We'll go over is the Cannon County Lady Lions and our Lady Wildcats. According to Coach T's rankings, Lady Wildcats is ranked number 19 in the state in single A. So they're doing really well as far as the standings.
And the way they come up with that standing is they take your winning percentage and then they add it to the winning percentage of your opponents. So they call it your schedule plus your strength.
Okay.
And that's how they come up with that ranking.
Okay. And then Cannon County was number 7, and of course Coach was talking about them, and this was a 19-point win for them. What I noticed, y'all can tell we're live. We're right under the speakers for the PA system, so y'all bear with us. Hopefully you can hear pretty good. Looking at and before we get to that, now the Lady Cats had a come from behind win over at Oakdale. I know y'all saw it on Facebook, but I'm gonna mention it again because that was a great win. They were 9 points down in the fourth quarter, and came back and won that 52-49. Now Oakdale ladies were the Eaglettes were.
It just seemed like a matter of time until Monterey was going to start hitting their shots, and it didn't happen until the nick of time. They started knocking down some threes, but they had open looks all night, and to me it was just a sludge, just waiting for those shots to start falling, and when they did, then you get the result that you got.
Yeah, Faith Walker led it up in the fourth quarter over there. Anyway, I noticed the Lady Cats, like we were talking about, they were red hot in that fourth quarter over there at Oakdale, but they only shot 27% from 2-point range against Cannon County, and on the other hand, they shot 30% from 3-point, which is good. I mean, that's 1 out of every 3 shots.
Yes.
But they just didn't take enough shots in the 3-point lane. I noticed too, there 14 out of the 16 points came from 2. The right all the cheerleaders.
Absolutely.
Doing their thing.
And both teams have run out now.
Yeah, both are out warming up. We'll catch Coach West here in just a few minutes and finish up here with the ladies. Well, anyway, they scored 16 points from 2-pointers, while 14 points were in the paint and 2 from the perimeter. So if they ever got it in the paint, they'd score. Cannon County, again, they had 15 points off turnovers, 10 second chance points off of offensive rebounds. They had 20 points in the paint, 14 steals, and 4 block shots. So they had a tremendous defense. The high scorer in that game was Lindsey Wright with 11. Mackenzie Raleigh had 10. Ivy Padgett had 6. Adeline Klaus had 4. Cassie Harris had 3. Faith Walker had 2. She was held in check. Amber Riddle had 2. And then in the VCA, the Valor Collegiate game, it was 63-13. The Lady Wildcats beat them by 50 points. And I'll just go. They just dominated the whole game. So let me go through the points real quick. Lindsey Wright, we talked about her. She had 18 points. She had 4 or 6 3-pointers. Faith Walker had 11. Ivy Padgett had 9. Amber Riddle had 6. Mackenzie Raleigh had 4. with 6 assists and 7 steals and 1 block. She had a really good game. Grace Klaus had 4 points with, Allie Benjamin had 4. Adeline Klaus had 4. Cassie Harris didn't score, but then she was active. She had a defensive rebound, an offensive rebound, an assist, a deflected defensive pass, and had 2 steals. Jade Lewis and Mariah Bibry, they both played, they didn't score. And then came up there with Cannon County, Sally Markham and Grace Klaus. They played, but they didn't score as well. Well, we got Coach West going to tell us about what happened over the weekend again, and again we're sitting right up here under these speakers, and so we'll try to make it where everybody can hear us. Coach, how's it going today?
Going good. We're hopefully going to be ready to play. Have a little bit of energy about us after having a long. What will this make? This will make our 4th game in 4 days. Does that sound right?
Right, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, y'all been wearing it out.
Yeah, great scheduling, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we had.
How'd that happen?
I don't know who that guy was. That guy should be fired, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I talked to Buddy about it earlier. He's thinking about it. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes we do things and we think it sounds good, and then we end up doing what ends up giving us a thing.
Coach, they're going to need you for the coaches meeting and athletic directors meeting. So Coach is probably going to. I think Coach is going to get a break from us. Okay. While they do the meeting with the officials and the athletic director and the building security is what looks like they're trying to get together right now.
Okay. Well, what we can do, Coach, if you want to set in for the first quarter of this game.
Sure. What's up? That'd be great. That'd be great.
Good deal. We'll see you when you get back.
All right.
Folks, this is live
Yep.
YouTube radio, I guess is what you call it.
Sure,
maybe?
absolutely.
We're going to break away just a second for another break, and we'll be back and talk about some more about the boys and the girls over the weekend, and we'll be right back after our word from our sponsors.
At First Volunteer Bank, we're not just a community bank that's here for our community. We know our customers by name and treat them like family, and we're here to serve our community however we can. Whether it's teaching financial literacy at our local schools, we're collecting and donating thousands of canned food items at your local food banks. We're a part of your community. If you're looking for a relationship, we make it easy for you to switch because we're here to help out every step of the way, right down to a local person on the other end of the phone to assist you where you need it. First Volunteer Bank, KIC Equal Housing Lender.
And girls. The girls lost 48-67 matchup last Tuesday against Red Bank, and then the boys also lost to Red Bank by a significant amount. And now that Coach West is done with his meeting, I think he's going to be able to rejoin us here for the last few minutes before we do national anthem and introductions.
Right. We was texting over the weekend. Of course, I kind of dropped the ball. We supposed to went down there with him to Coffee County, and I thought he said in the text they weren't going to go, so that was my bad. But we communicated, and he said he's talking about that second game. He said the boys was a little tired, and they still had almost 20-point lead. So
well, to me, I remember what it was like to have 16, 17-year-old legs. So I don't think they're too tired. Maybe.
They're 73 points. That's still pretty good to be tired.
Yes.
I probably could make 2 points and been rested. So we got Coach West back with us. He's going to talk a little bit more about the ball games over the weekend and maybe sit in the first quarter with us. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, we heard y'all talking about our last game the other night. And somebody said that today. Said, how, what did you do with that struggle? You had 73 points. And really, truthfully, we just sat for so long that day. We were there for 6 hours sitting between games. We played at 12:45 and turned around and played at 7. And I think that really took a toll on our guys. We were a little tired. We played really flat in the first quarter. Actually, we trailed the first quarter, I think, by 3 points. And then finally, got it going in the second. I think we went into halftime up 18. And kind of made our run there, so we obviously played well. I think Moore County is a good physical basketball team. They got a 6'7" center. They shot the ball well at times, and we didn't do as good a job there. But I thought we competed hard and obviously got a win, so those are always important.
Coach T had them number 1 in their region.
Yeah, I
So he can play a lot of games.
Yeah, I would go probably with Eagleville over there for now, in that region, because Eagleville, returned the McLean kid team we played last year as a sub-state, and they're looking pretty good early, but they'll be good. They'll be good now.
Yeah, Eagleville was tough last year.
Yeah.
So what are we looking for Bledsoe County?
Well, it's the same thing as we talked about a couple of days ago. Early in the year, we get a lot of stuff about them, but we were fortunate enough to play an semblance of what they looked like during the summer. We played them over at Van Buren, and they're young and they got some talent that's going to be good. They got 2 or 3 kids that shoot the ball pretty well. I think an interesting story for tonight is that a guy who used to coach here in football is Dwayne Tambers.
Right, yeah.
And his son is on this team you're going to see tonight, and I think he's number 4, if I believe correct. That may or may not be right, but I believe that's right. Anyway, he's a good player, good little player, going to be a great player for them. And so I saw Dwayne actually during the summer while we were playing him over at Van Buren, and we talked a little bit about him coming up here, and how we talked about how nice we are and how blessed we are to have this kind of school here, because he was under the old roof as we have been.
Right, yeah.
And Bledsoe is a good team. The guys the coach that's there is doing a good job. They play a lot of spread looks. They got a few sections here and there that'll try to get a quick look, and they'll play man, some zone, a little bit of everything as far as that goes. But the biggest thing for us is if we can keep them from scoring from the perimeter and really rebound on the inside. I like how we will look tonight, but that'll be obviously a big key for us.
Right. Well, you got Sarah Friendoff over there. He's doing a good job for a freshman.
Actually, he's a sophomore. I have my room on the right. That's okay, though. He has as much a growth as anybody we've had since last year. He's grown a ton. He's got a good right hand, left hand down. He's playing well. He's still got every now and then be able to handle a little bit of his burst in the game. That kind of something that kind of bothers him, but he's a tough man. He's going to be a good kid for us for the next few years, and he's a great teammate too. So these kids are really unselfish, and the other night, him and Burhouse both. The thing that's most impressive the other night in that second game is that we have 5 guys in double figures.
Right, yeah, I saw that.
And if you do that now, you're going to be pretty good. And we really almost have 6, which I don't think I've ever coached a team that had 6 guys in double figures ever. So
wow.
I may be wrong on that, but that's a tough thing to do in high school basketball.
Exactly. Well, where were you? Over there, there. It's hard for me to keep up with them as moving the ball. I told Barry that they looked like sort of like Globetrotters the way they were passing that ball. So they're looking good this year, Coach.
Well, we're very unselfish. Very unselfish. I'm proud of everybody. That's all hanging high right now. And hopefully as we go along, we can start talking about how good our defense is. And that's where we're going to improve. But we're going to move the ball right, and these kids are unselfish. And I'm hoping it moves really, really well and really fast down to the other end to score tonight. So,
yeah, I'm with you. Yes, sir. Sure am. We're looking down, getting ready for the opening festivities. I see the color down there at the door. So here in a little bit, we'll do the national anthem and probably introduce all the players. Coach, we really appreciate you coming up here and meeting with us. And I know the fans want to hear from you. And so far it's been really good, and we're just proud to be part of MHS basketball.
Well, if you look out here tonight, I know this is just a precursor to we're not even at game time yet, but we got people rolling in this crowd tonight for season opener, and we're looking forward to it. Hope they'll have tomorrow. We've got some other games going on in the community for our junior high, so to have this kind of crowd tonight will be special for us. Obviously, opening game.
Looks like both sides are feeling up, so it's looking.
Anything else you want? Yeah, I'll come back in town. I'll stay here to talk a little bit. I'll critique Coach Steve down there. That's all about a little bit, but I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
We'll go here in a bit. All right. We're going to break for another spot from our sponsors right quick before we go to that. We'll come back right after these messages.
At First Volunteer Bank, we're not just a we're a bank that's here for our community. We know our customers by name and treat them like family. And we're here to serve our community however we can. Whether it's teaching financial literacy in our local schools, and donating thousands of canned food items each year to local food banks. We're a part of your community. If you're looking for a community banking relationship, we make it easy for you to switch because we're here to help you every step of the way, right down to a local person on the other end of the phone to assist you when you need it. First Volunteer Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Wildcats Foods, your hometown grocery store. From the time you enter their door until your groceries are carried.
The season opener between your Monterey Wildcats and the Warriors of Bledsoe County. This time, if you will stand. Gentlemen, please remove your caps for the plane. Please remain standing to the floor.
All right, there you have it, folks. It set both the starting lineups tonight. The pregame show was brought to you earlier by Monterey Foods. Go by and see Danny and his staff. They have meat every day. We also are broadcasting the Wildcats booth. Opening tip, center court. Bledsoe got the tip. Front court, over the right wing, drives the lane up, no good by number 22, and Monterey comes down with the rebound. Number 32 for Monterey.
Hudson.
Anna Hudson coming up with left wing McKenzie. Quick look down to Grace, and must have got off there, and Bledsoe's going to get. Bledsoe had the tip, but she tipped it out of bounds and was stepping out of bounds when she recovered the tip.
Faith bringing it in. Number 30 is
Lindsay with the underlay there and down to Bledsoe.
Yeah, Bledsoe started out man-to-man, and Monterey has started out into a zone early.
Number 2 with the key.
Over on the left side, back head of the key. Number 4 and to number 10. We don't have a line.
Long rebound to Lindsay. She's not going to push it. She's going to just let her team catch up to her.
Right.
Dribble handoff to McKenzie. Skip pass to the left wing.
McKenzie's got it again to head of the key. Now Faith Walker setting up the offense. Over on the right wing to Lindsay. Puts it up. Lindsay right.
Nice little floater there by Lindsay attacking the middle of the paint.
Coming right down the middle. Looks like
Monterey tried to press their bracket, but
Steal by number 25, Mackenzie Raleigh, and into Anna Hudson. She's blocked by Bledsoe County. They're running up the court. Number 12 drives the lane, and it is a blocking foul on Faith Walker.
Faith might have been a little early on that
she was.
one, I believe.
And the Bledsoe girl did get number 4 number 12 Campbell did a good job sidestepping it also, just as much as she could.
All right, we got number 1 going in, 2-shot foul. It's 2-1. Monterey's ahead. It's tied up, and it's no good. Rebound to
Right.
Lindsay Wright, and cross
Skip
court
all the way
to
Walker over to Riley.
no good. 3-pointer, number 40 for
offensive
Monterey.
rebound.
Gets it back out to head of the key, and Lindsay Wright puts in a 3-pointer downtown.
She's a good-looking player. Really got
Bottom of the
Out of the press.
Still, yeah, with Monterey's full court pressure and Faith.
Lindsay wants another.
On fire tonight. She picks up where she left off in that Valor Collegiate game of the night.
And the
All right, here we go.
deflection with the press, deflection, Faith.
Into the
started the game. She got it. Nice job.
10-1. 10-1.
That's so
5:33 left to go in the quarter. Yeah, Bledsoe seen enough. They called timeout and have to reorganize here just a little bit.
I got to believe that the Possum national anthem that we had before the game fired everybody up ready to play. I got
They sure do. They got our butts fired up, that's for sure. They're knocking the eyes out of it tonight. Folks, go by and see First Volunteer Bank. They big sponsors in getting us started with this. Go by and see Tanya or David or any of the staff, and they'll take care of you. Bledsoe against that press from Monterey, and it's been really tight tonight. And then number 30, 10. Got fouled by number 3.
They just got it a block to go out of bounds.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. They didn't give us.
My bad.
Didn't give us the benefit on.
My bad. Anyway, Monterey's got it in.
Got it again in.
And inside, she's got a kick out.
3 and then 3 seconds.
Oh, timeout by Monterey.
Wow, folks, they're moving the ball again.
We got 2 timeouts and less than 3 minutes into the game. So every coach knows they only get 5. So,
yeah.
So there's no pacing at this point.
No. That's talking about David and up at the bank. Go by there. They're friendly folks of the bank. They'll take care of all your banking needs. We also got the tree guys. If you got trees in the way, they got saws, so they can cut those trees, get them out of your way. And even know somebody that does stumps. So just give them a call. I'll tell you numbers here in a second. Faith.
And Hudson in the corner, and it's going to go the other way.
They deflected it off her leg, out of bounds.
Turnover Monterey.
Monterey setting up in a little 2-2-1 trap.
And they steal the ball again.
They're going to get the foul first.
That's on McKenzie.
Mackenzie Raleigh with a foul. It's a non-shooting foul, so they take it outside court.
Still staying. Trying to get him right on the timeline. There's
and she finally drawed a foul. Looks like maybe. Lindsay right to the line. Monterey's 10-1, 5:04 left first quarter. Up and good. First was good. Monterey 11-1.
For Monterey, Coach Sims got to be pleased. He still looks a little antsy over there, so maybe he'll calm down here in a minute with this.
Yeah, he was kind of excited. He was up here talking to us earlier.
I'm sure.
Bledsoe finally gets it in front court after several tries. Again, turnover Bledsoe.
Bledsoe's having a difficult time figuring out what jersey they're wearing.
And there's a spill right there.
Yeah, that's a little tumble. McKenzie
diving for a loose ball.
Raleigh dove like she diving for a fumble in football.
That's what both of them did, and McKenzie went over the top of the Bledsoe player, number 3, Brown. So, and it'll stay Monterey.
Faith Walker's taking outside court, looks for somebody, finally finds Mackenzie Raleigh. She sets up the offense over on the right wing. Lindsay's got the ball. They don't want to leave her open. Monterey.
They get a deflection there and a turnover. Pass ahead.
Good pass. They work the ball down the field. Bledsoe County did number 3. Open under the lane. 11-3. Faith Walker brings it in the front court. Roll to the right side. Lindsay right into Anna Hudson. She drives the lane and up and good.
It's a good skill on double team, and then she goes up with the left too. A strong left from the senior.
Press put on by Monterey again. The lady counts as
shouldn't be a foul.
That's how many on Faith? That's
just one on Faith. That's our 3rd team foul, and
Yep.
We're going to be in a situation here where we'll get them in the bonus early and give them a chance to get back in the game. I think
they're going to broadcast of the high school game. First Volunteer Bank broadcasting live from the First Volunteer Bank broadcast booth. Go by and see Tanya or David or any of the fine staff over there at First Volunteer. They'll treat you, take care of all of your banking needs. Remember, they're our neighborhood bank. They're with personality. They're East Commercial Avenue here in 931-646-5501. 646-5501. Of course, we had a Tree Guys timeout there just a second ago. folks were getting their feet wet in this broadcasting and trying to bring you the games, and so we're learning on every game. So
that's right.
Hopefully by mid-season we'll hit mid-season form.
That's right. Well, right now the Lady Wildcats are hitting mid-season form.
Oh yeah, they're smoking it. Brought it in and got fouled by Faith Walker. Had it on the left side of the key.
Lady Wildcats set up in this 2-3 zone. Got Mackenzie Riley and Lindsay Wright at the top. Adeline Klaus in the middle and Faith Walker on the wings.
Bledsoe's on goal
Inside.
to get it in. Brown's up, good. No, she traveled
before she went up with it. Shuffled her
good.
feet. Shuffled her feet there. That referee called it. He had a good view on it.
It was right there in front of him, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So Monterey's up, still up 45-24 with 4 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the quarter. And they're in a hurry. Looks like they're playing catch up there in the front between Lindsay Wright and Faith Walker. She's got the ball, drives the lane up and in the paint, no good. Hannah was up over the back.
She fouled trying to get her own offensive rebound.
Yeah, Bledsoe had good position on that. That little Brown lady for the Warriors, she's pretty good.
She's done a lot for them, absolutely.
Full court, Monterey and Bledsoe County.
They get out of it.
This time Brown up and goes to the lane.
Sure enough, they get it to her.
26 with 3 minutes and 52 seconds to go. Monterey gets it back up in the front court. Faith Walker with the ball. Looks down low, can't get it in. There's McKenzie from the three, no good, up, and McKenzie gets her own rebound, puts it back up. And Lindsay Wright missed the three-pointer. Bledsoe with the ball, running the length of the floor, up to number 4 from the corner, good. Number 4.
Melancon with that baseline jumper.
Got it over there on that jumper from the baseline. Monterey got it in front court. Bledsoe County's turning up the defense.
Left wing 3, Faith Walker skips across with the offensive rebound.
Possession arrow goes to Monterey.
Jump ball there. Good job by Lindsay to get her hands in on that and force the jump ball.
Faith brings it in to Anna Hudson. Right
on that inbounds play.
2 points for Monterey. Back up to 19-point lead. 47-28 with 2:50 go in the third quarter. Bledsoe County brings it up and gets it across the timeline. Trapped in the corner and almost stolen away.
Almost stolen away. End up deflected out of bounds by Adeline.
Number 10 for Bledsoe County from 3.
She banked.
He's experienced 10+ years business, knows what he's doing, and treats you right. He's on when you need him. That's the 3 guys. 931-267-6191. 931-267-6191. Then know somebody get the stumps up.
So coming out of this timeout, 1 minute 11 seconds left. Monterey 62, Bledsoe County 55. Monterey inbounding under the basket.
Bledsoe County sets the defense. McKenzie into Walker, drives the paint to Clark. Got fouled.
Good job by Grace there, just not to be in a rush. Her first person she looked at wasn't open. Second person she looked at wasn't open, and by then she got hacked on the arm. She gets to shoot free throws.
She got 1 in the bonus.
If you break it down with 3, to slow it down.
Slow it down some.
The other thing I noticed was that
But district play for these Wildcats starts in 2 weeks in a day. Pickett County. And that's our first district game. And if you're playing for seeding, if you're playing for tournament seeding or hosting home court advantage, then you want to figure out as many things as you can as fast as you can.
The real season starts then, doesn't it?
That's right.
Yep. Well, we got Coach Sims here to sit in with us for a little while before the board starts. Coach, congratulations again to you.
Yeah, thank you guys. we made that one a little more interesting toward the end than what we should have.
Yeah, the Bledsoe cut on fire there a little bit.
They did. We had some bad possessions too that let them do that, but they did. Bledsoe played good that last quarter, and we got in foul trouble and fouled a couple out, which was probably my fault. But we were able to get the win, and I think I talked to you guys maybe about we had trouble closing games out in the past, and you know, they faltered a little bit there, but when it came crunch time, they pulled it back together.
That shows the mark. That's what we was up here talking about before you came up. They've improved every game we've seen them play so far. I'm really proud of the girls. You know, Barry's been here the whole time, and I've been here for odd years, and we haven't seen the ladies been this good since we've been here. You've done a fantastic job with them, Coach, and we're just so proud of you guys.
I appreciate it. Man, what a night Lindsey Wright had.
Oh, you know
that was huge, wasn't it?
Blistering. He had 20, how many we say? 24 points?
Had 16 or 17 in the first quarter. Ended with 24. And we said that first quarter, we said you expect to shoot better at home, but not this much better.
Right, yeah. She had 17 in the first quarter. Mackenzie Raleigh hit a big three, and then Anna Hudson added a couple of big points, 4 points for us here in the first quarter, so that's a good quarter.
Yeah, we was talking about Mackenzie, and she was a little bit off in that first quarter, but she made up for it for assists and steals and rebounds. She done a good job. All the girls done great. I thought Anna Hudson done good.
She played really good. She was a little rusty there a little bit. She got winded, you know. We've had a lot of games here this last week, but not a whole lot of practice. So with Anna missing those first games, she had to shake the cobwebs off a little bit.
Oh, she'll be back. She'll be back. She done a really good job tonight, I thought, while she's playing in there. Of course, with that aggressive defense that you run, Coach, it's, you know, foul trouble is going to be
it's going to follow us all year.
But hey, I'd rather see a bunch of turnovers, a bunch of points. Great pass. And Jones is quick to the basket on their end. But Bledsoe answers with three. Tucker Phillips into Borehouse. Borehouse out to Jones for three. No good.
He might get his own rebound. No, not able to save it.
Rebound went out of bounds to Bledsoe County. Minute and 1 second to go first quarter. Monterey up 20-7. Bledsoe County crossed the timeline.
Monterey back in that 1-3-1.
Yeah, we're traveling against Bledsoe County. Monterey stands your defense one more time.
Well, now that they've subbed Kevin back in, they can put him back at the top of that 1-3-1. Silas is about to check in for
Borehouse.
Borehouse is going to get another break. We'll see what defense they come out with if they change.
Jones will be throwing the ball into Allen, backcourt. Jones across the timeline into Tucker Phillips. Phillips looking for Randolph. Randolph boxes his way in.
Good move, just skipped across the rim.
Bledsoe with the rebound. Back up there in Tucker. Tucker Phillips, Kevin Jones. Jones down the left. He was fouled on the play. That's a good break.
Yes.
Tucker Phillips made a good pass to Jones. Jones done everything right on the layup, but the ball just didn't cooperate with him. Jones is up the line shooting two. First one's up, rims out, no good. Jones, number 2, in and went all the way down and come back out. Missed both the free throws and got a tie the ball. Carlos Randolph steals the pass. Monterey with the ball. Bledsoe County made an errant pass. Silas Randolph got it. Now Monterey has it in front court. Allen on the right wing. Allen shoots the ball. No good. Folks, that's the end of your first quarter. Monterey 20-7. The Bledsoe County Warriors. Wildcats looking good, ain't the coach?
Yeah, sort of like the girls down that full court press, and they're getting a lot of turnovers out of it. Even when Bledsoe County gets across half court, Bledsoe's turning it over and making passes, errant passes.
Yeah, Monterey's got a stingy defense. We're going to keep it here, folks, during this break between the quarters.
And the Monterey High School cheerleaders finishing their cheer, coached by Rachel Goodwin and Chrissy, and they're finishing up and coming off the floor for the back out.
They've done a job too, cheerleaders have tonight.
Yeah, this is their first game. They didn't come to Oakdale and they didn't come to Coffee County on Saturday, so this is their first appearance.
We've had to turn the mic down because they've been right underneath.
That's right, you're right.
All right, here we go, folks. We're going to start in the second quarter. Monterey 20-7. Thank you all for listening.
He was jumping forward for the rebound, and the rebound ends up going over his head, but they're going to call Silas for pushing him to make him for that jump forward.
Yeah, that's on Silas. He's pretty good shape. Number 20
knocks down the first free throw.
And it's a 10-point lead, and it's a timeout. Bledsoe County.
And don't about boys, hey, they can hit them free throws.
County's blue. That's what the difference in this ball game is. They've really shot it well from the free throw line. We'll be bringing you some stats at the halftime and talking about it a little bit. Y'all hang with us during the halftime show. We are actually, Monterey Network is looking for a couple matches, so if you hear us tonight and you'd like to be part of it.
Phillips, Cody Allen with 3 points, Noah Sailors with 4 points, and there's your 37 points for the Wildcats, 20 points in the first quarter.
Get your trees down. What do you think about that one? The corners, they start. There's a trap defense in half court. West. Steps up.
Points.
We're going to 3 guys timeout by Bledsoe County. Bledsoe County, we'll talk about this a bit. What about it, boy?
It's good time and power right there to get them 3 guys out to look at your trees. The shot's coming down, and it's time to cut them back.
Cut them back?
Yep.
They're trimming too?
Yeah, they do trimming, lane clearing, tree removal. You name it, they do it.
How can they get hold of it?
931-267, 261-691. Excuse me, 267. Hey.
6191.
6191.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Hey, we got them out there. That's the main thing.
Right.
Want to thank First Volunteer Bank for being the broadcast booth sponsor. They made it possible for us to bring this on. Hope everyone listening has had a good time. I know we have. That first half was a little iffy. Boy, they come out smoking in the third quarter. Got a 26-point lead. 9-33. Blues bring it in under their own basket. Looking for some points. Number 3 over to number 20. Looks inside. Number 22 over to 0-0 from the corner. No good. And Monterey Sailors with the rebound. Pulls it out to Phillips. Taking forward. Court fast into Jones. Jones in the corner. Out to West. West drives the lane. Outside. No good, but it was foul. West going around, shoot 2. Let's see how he does in the second half.
Yeah, he was 1 of 6 first half. And nobody will beat himself.
There we go.
Yeah,
that's sweet there. They didn't hit nothing but the bottom of that net. So Patton got the first one. Second one's on the way. Bottom again. 2 for 2 so far in the second half.
18-point lead, 61-33.
$18-point lead. 2 points down there. It's 35. That's a 16-point lead.
Yep.
Where'd you go, Skill? That Monterey or Cookville?
What are we at? We're at 26. Are we at 20? We're at 26 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, we said that before halftime, and now we're saying we took 10 points off during the half, or I took 10 points off the lead during the halftime out.
Monterey missed the shot, but Bledsoe County got the rebound and Monterey stole the ball. On ball.
Silas Randolph, Cody Allen checking back in.
Sailors and Peyton West checking out. So we got Phillips, we got Allen, we got Jones, we got Randolph, and Borhaus. Randolph's in the paint for the Cats. 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go. Monterey's got a 26-point lead, 61-35. Bledsoe County got it in the right wing inside to number 3. Number 3 is up, no good. Scratch to go down, and
ball
comes out with it. Into Allen. Allen brings it up the court. Over to Phillips. Phillips hands off to Jones. Jones to Phillips. Back to Jones. Jones looks inside, nobody open. Allen. Randolph out high. Borhaus underneath. Good. Borhaus up to 2 points. Monterey's up to 28, 63-35. Got a minute and 20 seconds to go. Number 22 drives in. Number 3 from deep in the corner. No good. Jones will rebound. Coming down the lane. Up and good. Fast break. Jones brought it down.
One man fast break right there.
Yep. Monterey up by 30. 54 seconds to go. Monterey 65-35. A pretty shot by number 22. Missed it.
Fouled on the rebound.
Randolph with the rebound. Foul on Bledsoe County. That's 5 for the quarter.
Jackson Billings checking in for Caden Jones.
5 for the half. So Monterey's in the bonus, right?
No,
We'll go on the next foul.
7. It'll be 7.
Oh, 7, okay. I'll one of these days.
That's right.
Billings. From the 3 downtown, no good. Borhaus high for the rebound. Back out to Billings. Billings got it again. No good. Borhaus up nothing.
And we're going to have some technical fouls here. Borhaus getting those rebounds, and Bledsoe County player taking exception to it, and they're both have some words, and now they're going to both get some time on the bench.
Refs kind of sorting this out.
We might have not got any technical fouls there. Let's see what they're calling. Foul on Borhaus.
Is that a double foul?
Looks like it's going to be double. We'll wait for the announcement.
And then Bledsoe's taking it out, so it wasn't technical. It very well could have been.
4 on Borhaus now.
Yeah, so they put that 4th foul comes up on the scoreboard for Borhaus.
30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Monterey up by 30.
Yeah, so double technical there.
It's been a tough game
from that scrum between the two, both players. Class.
And that exchange there was kind of rough on Monterey was knocking the boards. Bledsoe County in front court. Number 1's got it on the left wing. Looks to pass it inside. Throws it out of bounds. Turnover, Bledsoe, Monterey's ball. Sailors bring it in to Billings. Billings brings it up across the timeline. Billings looks inside, nobody open. Phillips over to Allen. Phillips. Back to Phillips. Phillips drives the lane, dishes over to Billings. Billings tries a shot. Randolph for the 3.
No good.
That's all I have it. Monterey's 65-35, beginning in the 4th quarter. What a quarter.
Yeah, big quarter for the Wildcats.
They scored, 28 points. in that third quarter.
Yep. And now they've run away with it in 8 minutes, 30-point lead, 8 minutes.
That's more like our Wildcats. We got Faith Walker there in front of us. Waved at her. Girls over in that coach.
Yep.
Come back to all of the girls. We're talking about them.
Led wire to wire, and the boys are wire to wire.
So it's good opening game for the home team tonight.
Yep.
We're talking about those girls. Like I said, they were preseason.
Yes, they did.
And they're 3-1.
3-1 up to this point.
So that makes them 7-1. They could definitely be contenders in this region. They keep on that pace.
State tournament appearance 2 years ago, sub-state tournament appearance, and a close 6 or 8 point loss to Eagleville, or otherwise you got your Monterey Wildcat boys in the state tournament again.
Again, that's 2 years in running.
So we'll see what this year, what kind of banner they can hang up at the end of the year. The coaches can't look ahead on the schedule, but we can.
Oh yeah, we can. Yep.
So
we can brag on.
That's absolutely.
Deep from the corner, good, number 24, as it goes. West brings the timeline, looks at his offense, and
pass recovered, Noah Sailors.
West guarded heavy. Bledsoe County intercepted that pass.
Try to get Sailors on.
Too much and foul.
That's an unfortunate break right there.
They called it on Randolph.
Yeah, Silas got that deflection, so it was when they tried to save it, Silas deflected it away from a Bledsoe County player to Peyton.
23.
They inbound at corner 3.
No
so
good.
Here they come the other way.
Billings drives the line up on, no good. The scrum on the floor, what's left? Tied up, and Murray.
Good job by Billings. Bledsoe County had 2 hands on the ball. Jackson just put 1 hand on it and just held on tight and was able to get a jump ball here, staying with Monterey.
Sellers. That was good. The basket was good, and he got to the line.
Quick inbound pass. That was an impressive.
And
defense wasn't ready.
The one now fouled out. Number 1 for Bledsoe County has to sit the rest of the game. 7 minutes. 15 seconds. Monterey's got a 67-38 lead with Sellers at the line. Sellers, good. That's money.
We're back to 30 points.
Yes, sir. 68-38, 7 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the game, and Bledsoe County almost had it stolen by Billings. Inside the number 00, he's Randolph's all over him, and Randolph got hit with a foul.
He got a foul. He was trying to stay vertical, but he had his hands down just enough to get that foul called on him.
Yep.
Third foul for Silas.
Yeah, I was wrong all last week about Silas. He's a sophomore, another freshman.
Oh, yeah. Well, like Coach West was saying, he has grown. I mean, physically, he has grown. You walk past him in the hallways these days.
He's a big old boy.
He's big and not getting any smaller.
Did I say what I thought I saw? Bledsoe County missed 2 free throws.
Missed 2 missed free throws, so
that's a little different.
It can be done. Yeah. It all evens out in the end, I guess, in some way, somehow.
Oh, yeah. West over to Billings. Jones, Randolph. No, but he was fouled.
Good quick move there by Silas, splitting a double team and getting a block out of it.
We've been bragging on Silas since bragging on him again. Yeah. He's been good in that paint.
Yeah, the guy, Michael corrected me on that. Don listed as a freshman, and he let me know he was a sophomore today.
Sophomore, yeah. Yeah, well, Coach kind of fessed up. He was willing to sit me the roster of them, so we'll blame that on Coach West.
He knocks them both down.
They're totally different in this second half. Monterey is with the as far as free throws.
Leads at 32 points. If it gets to 35, then it'll go continuously running clock.
And West with the rebound and throws it to Bledsoe County. Goes to the top of the key. 6 minutes and 21 seconds to go. Bledsoe up, no good. Jones with the rebound. Jones. All the way to good.
Three-point shot, knocks it down on the left side. Here comes Wildcats the other way. Noah Sailors gonna go all the way.
Good, tip by West, no good shot. Up and fouled. Sailors going to the line. He's been money so far from the line. Don't believe he's missed any, has he, Coach?
No. I think we got him maybe 8 for 8, maybe better. So Monterey's going to mass sub right here.
Sailors nails that free throw. And we got a bunch of.
So you got L.T. Sullivan, the junior, Corey White, number 2, the junior, number 30, Jackson Troy, the senior, and number 4, Tucker Phillips, the junior, checking in. Cody Allen's going to check in for Noah Sailors after this shot.
Coach West is able to play a lot of players on his bench tonight as well. 73-41. Deep from the corner, no good. Bledsoe County up with the rebound. Back up, no good.
Good defense. Jump ball on that rebound.
No, it goes to Bledsoe County.
And now Cody Allen will check in for Noah Sailors. So their night's probably done.
Yeah, their nights are done.
We'll see who else will check in for the Wildcat side in these last 5.5 minutes.
32-point lead. Monterey up 73-41. Folks, it was 37 to 28 at halftime.
9-point game, you're right.
9-point game, yeah. So now it's 73-41. Cats has pulled it out in this second half.
That's a 36 to 12 run right there by the Wildcats.
And we got to start with Bledsoe County, and he's going down for the layup. Good. Bledsoe County pulls within 30.
Cody Allen at the top, left wing coming to the top.
Phillips looks, no, tries not to shoot it. White's got the ball into LT up, no good. Number 31 for Bledsoe County, high for the rebound. Takes it down all the way through the, and over to the corner, left corner, number 20 up, no good's our ball, and Monterey has the ball.
Jackson Troyer.
Troyer down with the rebound. Phillips, Troyer, no good. 23. Bledsoe County, high for the rebound. Good. Allen up and good. 75-43 over Bledsoe County. 4 minutes and 17 seconds to go. Got a 32-point lead. And Troyer knocks it out of bounds. Bledsoe County has it under the basket. Number 4 on the 3 is a long three-pointer. No good, number 31. High for the rebound, no good. LT's in there battling for the rebound and knocked it out of bounds. 4:04 to go. Monterey's up 32. 75-43. Throw around from the corner, no good. And Allen high for that rebound. Allen drives it down. Allen over to White. White looks inside, nobody open. Allen back to White. Allen. Timeout. What a left, Coach.
All right. Well, we got a Tree Guys timeout. If you got trees, what you need to do, you got to call somebody with some saws.
Yep, and we know somebody.
You're going to trim them. You're going to cut them. You're going to take them out all the way. Then this is the time of year. You got to give them a call. They're licensed. They're experienced, and ensure they take insurance claims. 24 hours emergency service available. Call them anytime today, whenever you need them. 931-267-6191. That phone number is 931-267-6191. Those are the Tree Guys, and now we're coming out of this Tree Guys timeout to finish up the last 3:39 of this game.
You folks stick around for the post-game show. Hopefully we get to talk to Coach West, and maybe Coach Sims will hang around and talk about the girls a little bit more. It's been a good game. Good game for especially Wildcat fans. Girls won a big one. Boys is about to win one.
LT working, trying to post up, skip it across to Jackson Troyer.
Allen from deep.
Top of the key three for Cody Allen.
That takes it up to 35
points, yep.
3 minutes and no. Phillips knocks it out of bounds. Out of bounds, Bledsoe.
Here comes some more subs for the Wildcats. You got number 21, Braden Hogue. Number 12, Grant Hoover.
You
got
Eli Sailors. You got
not Eli Sailor. Oh, number 11.
Number 11.
That's not Eli Sailors. They've had to share some jerseys because they got some players.
Okay.
So we'll have to update those numbers. But you got.
That's not Byron Bulldogs.
No.
Kind of looks like it. Bledsoe County gets it in. Number 31 drives the lane, no good. Hold high for the rebound for the Cats. Number 11, we haven't figured out who he is yet, but he's bringing it down the court and into number 24, over to number 8. We'll get you these names as quick as we get them, folks. Hogue, down low, out. Number 24. Number 11 drives the lane, up, good. Basket good is fouled. Cole McDonald's number 11.
I can look it up from the previous game stats. I just got to look at the picture.
Cole McDonald's 24.
Yeah, Cole McDonald's in, but this number 11's a new one from what we've got written.
Yeah.
Number 11, Brandon Dillon. I knew that. So
yeah.
Number 11, Brandon Dillon with the 2 points in the and one. Free throw falls
off the front of the iron. So he's a brand new one, ain't he?
Yes.
He's not only have him on the roster. Yeah, Coach West is reaching deep into these bench tonight. That's a good thing, getting some boys some playing time. Monterey steals the ball, by the way. Back down, number 2 missed it. Bledsoe County, low up, good. Man, 55 seconds to go. Monterey 80. Bledsoe County 45. How many 80-point games have we had this year, Coach?
Well, this will be number 3.
And deep.
Keep putting it in.
45. 2 more points. Monterey's got a 40-point lead. Bledsoe County across the timeline. I believe they got hit by a hurricane this second half.
Second half, things got figured out.
And he about walked.
When you
31 over the corner, number 20 deep in the corner.
That's going to be a push by Hogue. When you got 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, sometimes you'll have some down spurts. So I guess that's what we saw. And even in that down spurt of the first half, Wildcats still won the half by 9. So if you call that a dip, then you got to be feeling okay about that.
Oh yeah, that just shows they ain't got no quit in them, because they did have a hard first half. Got 49 seconds to go. Bledsoe County's trying to score, desperately score, and they got it on the end line, and Monterey's got the ball with 42 seconds and a running clock. Boys, can I sing my song?
I think you're safe. 38 points with 38 seconds left.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. I believe MHS Wildcat men have won another one that makes them 4-0 on the season. Right, no good.
Byron Borjas is checked in for the rebound.
Bledsoe County kicked it. Byron Borjas got the ball, stole the ball back to Bledsoe. Bledsoe up and good with 7 seconds to go. Boys, this one's about done. Folks, Monterey wins it. 97. Got 4 on the season. We're going to be right back with post-game show after a word from our sponsors.
At First Volunteer Bank, we're not just a community bank. We're a bank that's here for our community. We know our customers by name and treat them like family. And we're here to serve our community however we can. Whether it's teaching financial literacy in our local schools or collecting and donating thousands of canned food items each year to local food banks, we're a part of your community. If you're looking for a community banking relationship, we make it easy for you to switch because we're here to help you every step of the way, right down to a local person on the other end of the phone to assist you when you need it. First Volunteer Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Food, your hometown grocery store. From the time you enter their door until your groceries are carried to your car, you'll be treated as a valued customer. Come by and see Danny and his staff today. And remember, they have fresh cut meat daily, and check out their weekly specials at Monterey Foods on Facebook. They're located at the corner of Holly and Stratton in Monterey, or just give them a call at 931-839-2434. That's 931-839-2434. Call the Tree Guys today for all your tree cutting and trimming needs. They offer tree removal at the customer's request. They give senior discounts. They even have 24-hour service available. And they do jobs for insurance claims. They are fully licensed and insured with over 10 years experience. Just give the Tree Guys a call today. 931-267-6191. 931-267-6191.
Welcome, folks, back to the post-game show of the Wildcat